Hi, welcome to Code and Play. My name is Suman. So, last time I showed you grid movement, right? How to move a player on the grid using mouse clicks. This time, I'm going to show you crafting system. Okay? Crafting system is basically how to craft items in a game. It is a very interesting system in any game. Most of the games have this kind of system in different techniques, using different techniques. For example, in games like puzzles, okay, there are some games where you have like mystery games or detective games where you find clues, puzzles, you join them together to form a single item or a clue. Okay, so in that way the puzzles uses crafting system. There are also RPGs that has crafting system basically inbuilt in them. You're going to craft your own armor, your own house, items, cook food, etc. So this is a way to implement crafting system in RPG. Then we have MOBAs, multiplayer online battle arena games. In these, the crafting system is little bit different. You will be buying items. Let's say you want to buy a berserker sword, item called berserker sword. Okay, so this item will cost you, let's say, 2000 gold pieces. Now you can buy the item directly, or you can build it using some sub items, or um, we call them initial items. Okay, initiate items. Let's say like you need a sword, and you have a soul orb, something like that. The sword costs you around 150 GP, and the soul orb costs you around 1500 GP. Okay, so that then we have a recipe for this, which will cost you how much? Around 550 GP, 60 GP, something like that. So we have a crafting system in this way in MOBAs. You can directly buy the berserker sword if you have the gold pieces or resources, or if you don't have it, you can just buy the initiate items and then build it from the ground up. So this is a way to craft in MOBAs. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is crafting system can be different, but it is used everywhere. Okay, every game will have a crafting system in its own fashion. Now, how do we build this? How do we make a crafting system? I'm going to show you a crafting system for an RPG, but it is similar to the remaining ones as well. And as the last video I told you, I'm not talking about a specific language. I'm talking about like language in the sense Java, C, C++, or something. Not like that. I'm talking about logic. Okay. I'm not saying that you can only make this system in Python or Java or C sharp. No, you can make this system in any language. You should know the logic behind it. How do we create this? How do we make this? So let's see that. First of all, we need a project. So let's create a project. And yes, I have seen some people asking me in the comments and in some other posts where they're asking me like, how do we get into game dev, or what do we need to get into game dev and all that. I would say you can start with a skill. Okay, you can start with a skill like programming. Learning a language will be the first step. um, or if you are good in drawing art, you can go with designing as well. Learn a skill. These two are the main skills that you need to make a program or a game. Okay, so when you want to make a game, you should either know one skill out of these two. Okay, so learn one of this, then you can learn the environment like Unity or Unreal or Godot or RPG Maker. There are a lot of options. you can start with one of the skills, then go for a game engine, or you can use a frameworks. You can use frameworks like libgdx for Java, or Pygame for Python, and SDL for C++, okay, C++. Or you can also work with OpenGL, although I don't recommend OpenGL for beginners because it is very nuanced language. It is, what do I mean by nuanced is, you are going to control each and every pixel on the screen using OpenGL. So it is very lengthy in the code. Okay, you have to be very what do you call this? Yeah, you should be well versed with the concept of writing lengthy codes and drawing things programmatically on the screen. This is very nuanced thing, so I won't recommend OpenGL as a beginner. You can start with these languages, these frameworks. If you are into Java, go for libgdx. If you're into Python, go for Pygame, or if you're into C++, go for SDL. OpenGL for more kind of you can say nerds kind of thing, where you will be taking care of each and every pixel on the screen. Okay, I'm sorry about the background noise. There's a construction going on near my house, so let's continue with this. Okay, I'm not going to use any GUI for this. I'm going to use a pure text based thing just to show you how it is actually made and how it is worked. Okay, so crafting system, in this context I'm going to show you RPG crafting systems in RPG. So how does it work? Let's say you have an item called chair and you want to use you have to use a crafting rig for it, like a workbench or something like this. Okay, you go to the workbench, you click on the chair and you click craft. Now what happens is it will check, do you have the required items for it? Let's say, what are the items we need? We need wood pieces. Let's give 2 wood pieces, and we need nails. We need at least 4 nails. And if you have these 2 in your inventory, then when you click craft, it will consume these 2 and it will craft a chair. Easy. Okay, so go to the workbench, select the chair, click craft, and if you have these 2 in your inventory, it will craft a chair. What if you don't have these 2 in the inventory? You can't craft a chair. Simple. So how do we do this? How do we make this? Let's make this kind of thing. First of all, I need a class here. Come on, man. Construction has been going for 2 days now. Still they are not done with this. This video should have been uploaded yesterday, but I was having these kind of disturbances all around me right now. I'm sorry for the background noise. Okay, so we have the main class, and here I'm going to make game items. So let me explain once more. When you go to the workbench, you see a chair option. Click on craft. It will see whether you have these 2 items in your bag or not. If you have them, it will craft a chair. Easy. Now for this, we need to have a class called game item. Okay, this class called game item will be representing these items. So how do I do this? Let's say game item class, and this is common for every game. You will be using a class for representing all the items in the game. So I'm just using game item class. This game item class will have a private name, public game, So in this, game item, in this I'm going to pass a name and it will send the name. So this dot name equal to name, and here I'll be having a string get name. If you're using Unity, it will be easy because there you have get set methods inbuilt. Just write like this: public string name get colon set, like this. This is how you write in Unity. It's very easy. Okay, next. So we have this class called game item. What is it going to do? It is going to represent these items. This wood, nails, chair, everything. Okay, every item in my game will be represented by a game item class. Simple. So let's make some game items. Private game item. Let's give wood. Okay, I'm just saying item 1, item 2 and item 3. 3 items. So item 1 will be game item, which is wood. This will be the item 1. Item 2 will be game item nails, or you can also use another way. For example, you want to craft these nails, then you can start with iron. Okay, you can start with iron bar, then you use that iron bar to craft nails, and then you use that nails to craft the chairs. You can do a lot of things with this, but for simplicity I'm just using nails. Okay, for simplicity I'm going to show you how it will be executed, but for simplicity I'm just showing this for now. So now game item chair, this will be the third item. So to craft this chair we need these 2 items, right? So how do we say? We say craft chair. When I say craft chair, what is it going to do? It is going to go here into this function craft chair, and it is going to check, do we have wood x2 and nails x4? Do we have this amount or not? Okay, so how does it check? It will check, do we have it? So what do we mean by we have it? We have it means, do we have in our bag? So let's create a class called bag. Okay, in this bag I'm going to have a list of game items called bag items. Okay, public bag bag items equal to new array list game item. So here you have to give a number of items. For example, I want to store 20 as the max value. It can store more, but it will be like a self check. Okay, you can also store more than 20 values, but it will just like a self check. What is this 20? It is the number of bag spaces that your bag has. For example, you have 50 spaces like this. Okay, not necessary, but if you give something, it's like a self check. It's not necessary. Let's move on. Okay, so here we have the bag items. Now in the bag I'm going to have some functions. For example, I'm going to have a function called add item. Okay, so add item game item. What is it going to do? It is going to be added to the bag. Add item game item. Done. And also I'll have a function called remove item. Remove item game item. So if the item exists, it will be removed. For that we have to say bag bag items, game item I colon bag items. Okay, if I dot equals item, if it exists, then we simply remove it. But this is a problem and there will be a bug. I'll explain this bug later. So for now I'm just going to stop it here for this function. Okay, this function I'm going to explain later. There is a bug in this function. I'll explain that later. So for now we're going to add some items here and also show the bag. Yeah, so public void show bag. How do we show the bag? It's just simply like this: bag slash n for game item colon bag items. We're just going to show like this: item dot get name. Easy. So this is our show bag, and here I'm going to say private bag my bag. So this is my bag. I am the player. This is my bag. So my bag dot show bag. Before that I have to define it. New bag. Yeah. So now I'm just saying my bag dot show bag. So when I say show bag, what will it do? It will just say like this. Nothing. There's nothing in the bag. So let's show this bag. Let's add some bag in this. Let's add some items in this. My bag dot add item 1. So I added the item. Now there is a bag. Now there is an item in the bag called wood. What if I add this same item 3 or 4 times? 5 times. Let's add 5 times or 6 times. So the last one is item 2, and now we have 4 wood, 2 nails. But I don't want like this. I want to see a number after this thing. So how do we do that? To see a number next to a bag, we need to add a different class for this. The class is like this: class bag slot. Okay, this is called a private class. You can also write this class inside this class. Okay, so this is called a private class. What is it going to do? It is going to do like this. It is going to be used in this way. For example, when you say wood, okay, when you say wood, this is an item. I have 4 wood pieces in my bag. To show that, I'm going to add a slot called wood slot, and below that I'm going to write an amount into 4 or into 5 like that. So I'm not going to say wood. I'm going to say wood into 4 or wood into 10, wood into 20 like that. So to do that kind of functionality, we are going to add a slot. If you want to use RuneScape type of inventory where you have individual slot for individual items, then this is the best. This is the best way to show a RuneScape type of bag inventory system. But if you want a different way where you can stack these things into 2 lines or 3 lines, then you need to have a private class. Let me show you that. You can use, if you want to use this kind of system, this class is not necessary. If you want to use this kind of system, then this class is not necessary. But if you want to use a stacked system where you have stacks, then you need this class. So let me show you how it works. Public bag slot. Okay, in this game I'm going to use item comma int amount. So this class is going to take 2 things. first it is going to take the item that I'm storing, and is also going to take the amount of the item that I'm storing, how many pieces or how many number of items that I want to store. So to denote that, I'm going to have private game item and private int amount. Okay, so here in this game, in this concept, what I'm going to do here is, instead of storing game items, again I'm saying, if you want this kind of system, you don't need this class. If you want a stacked system, then you need this class. So instead of storing game items, individual game items, I'm going to say bag slot. So instead of storing individual game items, I'm going to store slots or objects of items. Okay, I have explained this in the Code Venture series. I have used the similar kind of concept there. You can watch that code, or you can also just follow this code along. You will understand the concepts. So now, instead of storing individual items, I'm storing slot items. What does it mean? It means that I'm not storing individual items. I'm storing a class, entire class as a list. Okay. So here, when I say add item, I'm not going to say add item. I'm going to say new bag slot item comma 1. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm saying. So when I say item comma 1, it means item comma into 1. And when I'm showing these items, let's say I want to show these items. Okay, then instead of item, we'll just slot. So here I'm going to say slot, the item name will be here, slot dot, yeah, let's send this get item, return item, and public int get amount, return amount. Okay, so slot dot get item dot get name. This will be the name, and that will be the name. Okay, so here we have, yeah, bag items. This is not game item. Let's close it for now. X plus slot dot get amount. Okay, so let's see how it works. Okay, here it is. So into 1, into 1, into 1. But I don't want like this. I said I'm going to stack these things. So how are we going to stack these things? By checking if the item already exists or not. Okay, so let's see that thing. I'm going to add two functions here. One is increment amount or increase amount, int amount. This will going to increase the amount of items based on the amount that we pass. Another one will be decrement amount or decrease amount. This is going to decrease the number of items based on the amount that we passed. And if this dot amount less than 0 or less than equal to 0, then we'll say 0, or else we'll send amount. This dot amount equal to. Okay, so this is a check. If we are decreasing below 0, the amount will be 0, or else we have the same amount that we decreased. Let's say we have 5. Now we want to say minus 2. So 5 minus 2 is 3. Since 3 is not less than 0, we will have 3 here. If it is less than 0, then we will say 0. Okay, so these two functions are going to work in a very interesting way. I'm going to show you that. See, what I'm going to say is, what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to check if the item that we are adding here, okay, we are adding an item here, if that item is already existing in the bag, then we are going to increase the amount. To do that, I'm going to do like this. So bag slot colon bag items, if okay, slot dot get item dot equals item. So whatever the item that we sent, if it exists, if it already existing in the bag, then we will say slot dot increment amount 1. Simple. Okay, and then we say return. If it doesn't exist, then it will add the item. Easy. So now we'll see. Now here we have the item. This is stacked. So wood 4, nails 2. Done. So now we have a stacked bag slot. So this is our stacked bag slot. Let's add more items and see if it is really stacking or not. So let's see that. Let's see if we can stack how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nails. It will show nail into 5, right? There we go. Nail into. Here we are. We have like wood into 4 and nails into 5. So when we talk about stacking things, we are going to use this kind of system. We use this system in the bag slots. Okay, so if you want this system, then use this. If you don't want this, then don't use this. This is not necessary. This is kind of a feature that we use in the code. Now we have the items here. Now we have to craft. So how do we craft the item? To craft a chair, we need 2 wood and 4 nails. How do we check that? We check that like this. If bag or my bag dot okay contains, I'm going to say, does it contain the item that I want, and my bag dot get item 1 dot get amount. Okay, I'm going to explain all this. Just look at the code here. What I'm trying to say here is, I'm checking, do we have wood, and if we have wood, do we have the required amount? Okay, greater than equal to 2. Do we have wood? Do we have the wood, or and do we have the required amount? If we don't have the wood, okay, if we don't have the wood, then this part will not work. This code will not work. Simple. Or simply saying, if we don't have the amount of wood, then crafting won't work. Easy as that. Okay. We can also streamline this by saying, if we are checking the amount, then that means we already know that the item is existing. So we don't need this part anymore. We can just close this, right? You can simply say my bag dot get item 1. Get the item 1, which is wood. Get amount, how much do we have in the bag? If it is greater than 2, that means get this item. If it is greater than 2, then we go for this, right? So how do we do this? First of all, we need to make a function for the get item. So let's see how to get item of this. Okay, here I'm going to say public bag slot get item. We are going to send an item from the main class, and we are going to check, do we have this item in the bags slot or not? To do that, we simply say for bag slot slot comma bag items. If slot dot get item dot contains dot equals item, if it is true, then we'll say return the item. Slot dot get item, or simply just return the slot. Okay, so we check each and every slot for the item. If the bag contains the item, then return the slot. If it doesn't have that item, then return null. Easy. So now we check if this is returning the item, and once it returns the item, it will check the amount is greater than 2 or not. What if the item doesn't exist? Yeah, that will be a question. So this is the reason I said my bag dot get item 1 not equal to null, and my bag dot get item dot get amount greater than 2. So if it is not null, that means the item exists and the required amount exists. What I'm trying to say here is, let's say you require this. Okay, you require 2 wood and 4 nails, but in the bag you only have 1 wood and 4 nails. Now what we need is we need to check, do we have the item? Yes, we have the item. So the first part of this code is true. First part of this code should not be null. That means we need to have the item. Yeah, we have the item. That's true. What about the second part? The second part is, do we have the required amount? No, we don't. So in this case, the crafting won't be possible. Now you get it? The first part of the code is checking, do we have the item in the bag? The second part of the code is checking, do we have the required amount for the bag, for the craft. Okay, so if you have the item, if you have the required amount, then craft. If you don't have the item, this is why I'm saying it again and again. This is the reason why I'm saying this again and again. Let's say you don't have the item, then this part will be false. And if it is false, AND operator will simply just ignore everything and will say cannot be crafted easily. Okay, so this is the reason I'm using this part first. So it will check whether the item exists. If it exists, then check the amount. If it doesn't exist, simply just cancel everything and go out. Okay, if it exists, if these two exists, then we can say chair has been crafted, or we already have the item, so we'll say item 3 dot get name plus has been crafted. But we are missing something. We are not just using only wood, we are using nails as well. So how do we do that? Simply copy and paste this. We need both items, not just one. So we'll say and. So what are you going to do? We're going to check first item exists or not. If it exists, get the amount greater than 2. Then we'll check the second item exists or not. If it exists, then the second item amount should be 4. This is how it is. Okay, this is the code to craft. This is how it is. The first item, that is wood, exists and should be greater than 2, greater than equal to 2. The second item, nails, exists and should be greater than equal to 4. If these two conditions work, then craft, or else simply just say insufficient items. Easy. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. We have the items. We need 2 wood and 4 nails. So since we have 4 wood and 5 nails, chair has been crafted. What if I decrease the number of nails here? Let's say we have only 1 nail. Only 1 nail and 4 wood. Then insufficient items. What if I add these 5 nails back? Chair has been crafted. What if I remove 3 wood? Only 1 wood available. So only 1 wood, so insufficient items. Easy. Now we have a proper system. This is crafting. Easy. So this is how we craft. We can also make a menu for this. Let's make a menu here. System out, crafting menu. Okay, so system out. I'm going to say the crafting menu 1 is this one, and nails is 4. 2 is sword. For that we need iron and wood. So wood, let's say we need 1 wood and iron bar x3. Okay, so we need 3 iron bars and that one. /n, select a choice. So now we have 2 options. So you can see now we have 2 options here. Let's close this bag. Okay, we have the bag, that's fine. /n, open up like this, and /n in the front. Yeah, so here it is. The player bag is having 4 wood and 5 nails. We don't have any iron bars, and the crafting menu is showing 1 chair. First one is chair. We need 2 wood and 4 nails. We can craft a chair. But sword, we need iron bar. We don't have iron bars. Okay, so let's see if it works or not. Let's see if it works. Okay, let's take a input. To take input, I'm going to simply use scanner class, scanner sc, and sc equal to new scanner system.in. Right, so here I will say switch sc.nextInt. So in the switch, if it is case 1, then we'll say craft chair and break. If it is case 2, then we'll say craft sword and break. If it is default, that means anything else, then we'll say just break, nothing else. Okay, let's make another function for crafting sword. Private void craft sword. So here we need we need, what's happening? Okay, we need 1 wood and 3 bars. 1 wood and 3 iron bars. So let's add iron bar, item 4, which is iron bar. Item 4 equal to new game item, and we do this in a separate class. Okay, we don't do this in the same class. This part is a kind of you can say a game item manager. Okay, it's an item manager class which will manage all the items in the game, every item in the game. So this will be a separate class, and this will be in the player class because the bag is in the player, so this will be loading from the player class. And this part will be the crafting table, that you're interacting with. So this is a separate class. So you have to divide this code in three different classes, and you have to load them individually. This is why I'm saying this concept is all about logics. It is not about game mechanics or any language specific things, not like that. I'm not talking about Java or Python or C Sharp. I'm talking about logics here. So if you talk about language specifics, then you have to divide these into classes and load them from classes. That is how Java works. But since I'm not talking about language specific code, I'm talking about logic, so I'm just showing it in this way. Hope you understand this. Okay, if not, then it's fine. If you can't understand this, it is fine, because this is what it is about. Game development is not about learning something and just you learned something today, you start making games tomorrow. No, it's not like that. You have to keep practicing, you have to keep understanding things. You should come up with your own systems, your own logics, your own ways of making these systems. The things that I'm showing here is just my way of making these things. This is not the way that you have to make every game. This is not the way that you should I'm not saying that this is the codex that you have to follow. No, this is the way that I make. Okay, I'm just showing you an idea, I'm just giving you an idea. You have to come up with your own logics. This is why it is different. So when people ask me about how do we start game dev and all that, my idea or my advice will be learn a skill, and then start making the games in your own way. You don't have to follow every tutorial, every guide, everything. You can make your own program. You can also learn your own way. Okay. Now we have a wood, nails, chair, iron bar, sword. Then we need iron bars in the bag. So my bag dot add item. Let's add some items. What happened? Oh, sword. My bag. Add item. Item 4. Okay. So I only have one iron bar. Imagine I don't have any iron bar. Let's see, I don't have any iron bars. Let's see what happens then. So here it is. I don't have any iron bars here. Okay, this is the crafting menu. Let's press 1. Yeah, chair has been crafted. It is not crafted, it is just saying that we can craft it. Since I didn't say anything to craft here, I'm just showing the print, nothing else. Okay, just see if we can craft a sword, but I forgot to add the code for that. Okay, let's add the code for that. Just copy and paste this. So for this we need item 1. Item 1 is wood. So instead of using item 1, item 2, I would recommend you to use actual names of the items like wood, nails and all that. Okay, nails, and for this you can use I bar or simply iron bar like this. You just use the names instead of item 1, item 2 like that. For simplicity I'm just showing it like this. Okay, so we need 1 wood, which is amount greater than equal to 1, and the second item should be item 4, and it should be 4 or 3. How many? 3. We need 3 iron bars. So craft sword, iron bar is 3. So we need 5th item. Let's see. Okay, let's craft a sword. Insufficient items. Since we don't have all the items, it is insufficient. What if I want to craft a chair? Chair can be crafted. Yeah. So let's add some iron bars. Okay, now we have iron bar. Yeah, x1. But since we need 3 of them, still it will say, oh, sword can be crafted. So there is a bug in this. So let's see what the bug is. should be greater than equal to 1, right? Oh, I forgot to change this. Yeah, now it will show. Okay, yeah, insufficient items. Since we don't have 3, we only have 1. Now it is insufficient. Let's add 3 of this. So now we have 3. Yeah, so now we can craft a sword. That's right. Okay, so we can craft a sword and we can craft a chair. But now I want to show something very interesting. What if I crafted this and then I ran out of items? So let me explain that. For example, let's say I have 4 wood. Okay, 2 for this, 1 for this. So I'm only spending 3 wood. So I can craft both of these things. What if I only have that's 3. Okay, what if I only have 2 wood? Okay, now I only have 2 wood. I don't have 4 wood or 5 wood. I only have 2 wood. So I can only craft this or this. I can't craft both. So in that case, what happens? Still, it is just printing, so it is not showing anything. So let's craft it. Let's craft something. After crafting it, I should show the bag as well. So my bag dot show bag. Okay, so let's craft this item. What if I have the item and I crafted this? Simply just say bag dot remove item. Just now I said I wanted to craft this item, but I crafted it, but now the item is gone. So I used the wood, so wood is gone. Remove item, comma, amount 2, because I need 2 wood, so 2 wood is gone. And also I want to remove item 2, comma 4. So 4 nails are gone, 2 wood is gone, 4 nails are gone. And my bag dot add item 3, and we got 1 chair. So we removed 2 wood, we removed 4 nails, and we added 1 chair. So this is how we craft. Now how do we remove this? Let's see. We go here, go to the bag. Yeah, this one. I said there is a bug in this code. The bug here is there is an exception. So let's see how it works. I said I want to remove the item, right? Remove the item and also remove the number of items. So how do we do this? Name item, comma, int amount. So first of all, we get the bag slot, s colon bag items. Okay, first we'll check, do we have the item or not? Yeah, we have the item. Now we will say decrease amount, whatever the amount that we gave there, it will be decreased, right? What if I remove the item? So let's execute this first. Let's see how it works. Does it really work or not? I'm crafting a chair. This will remove all wood. Okay, this will use up all the wood. I crafted the chair. Chair is crafted and chair is here. I have 1 chair in my bag and I have 0 wood. I don't want to see 0 wood. Whenever the item is expended, whenever the item is used, I want to remove this item from my bag. You have seen this in the games. Whenever you craft something, whenever you use up the resource will be gone from the bag, and you will be having an empty slot in that place. So how does it work in that way? To do that, we have to remove this item. Okay, we can simply say bag items dot remove s. What's big deal in that? Let's see what is the big deal. This is the big deal. Now you see. So when you try to remove something that is already in reference, this error will be executing, this exception will be happening. What does it mean? It means like this. Let's say in your bag you have wood, okay, or let's say we have iron bar. Now I have used it up, I have used the iron bar, and now the iron bar has to be deleted from the bag. When you want to delete something that is in reference, that means you are checking it whether you are like using it in the for loop, for example. How do I explain this? This is very tricky to explain because this needs a good understanding of arrays and everything. So it will be lengthy, just hear me out. Let's say you have an array of items, okay? We have iron bar, we have wood piece, we have nails, and we have a chair. Now I want to craft a chair, one more chair, which requires wood and nails. I have these two. I have wood and nails in my inventory. Now when I say use those two, use wood and nails and craft a chair for me, what is the program going to do? It is going to check, do you have wood? Yeah, we have wood. Do you have nails? Yeah, we have nails. Then use it and craft a chair. Simple, easy. But here what I'm trying to say is, if you have used the wood, then remove it. Okay, if you have used that resource, then simply remove it. If you have used the nails, remove it, because now it is gone, now it is used up. We don't need that anymore. We have already crafted the chair, we have already used those resources, so remove it from the array. Now here comes the problem. The problem is we are checking, do we have the item in the array or not? And in this case we are checking about the nails. If we have the nails, then we remove it. Now the system requires a reference. Where is the reference? It is removed. You said if it exists, remove it. It's removed. Now it needs a reference. Where is the reference? It is removed. So this is why there will be a concurrent mismatch modification exception. Concurrent modification exception basically happens in an array list or in any array when you are trying to remove the element while referencing it, while checking it. So you are using that element, and you are removing the element. In that case it will happen. Okay, so how do we remove it safely? So one way to remove it safely is to not remove it from the array itself, is to let it say like, okay, we don't need these two right now, we don't need the wood and nails right now, we already have crafted the chair, it's done, that part is done, this array function is done. Now make another function or another method which will remove these two items. So this method will remove the two items. You understood? In this method I'm only crafting, I'm not removing. In this next method I'm removing it. This is how you remove it. This is how you work out this difference. Now how do we do that? This is very interesting. Let's see how do we do that. So let's say private void check remove. Okay, check and remove items. This is very interesting way of exploring these exceptions. Whenever you make any big applications, you will come across these exceptions in JSP servers or in servlets. Okay, these kind of exceptions will happen in springs like in springs I think you have a different kind of exception, but this is almost similar exception in everything. So whenever you are using array list to handle requests or to handle clients, multiple clients, you will come across this kind of exception most of the time. So this is the easiest way to explore these kind of things in the programming. So what I'm going to do here is, here I'm saying don't remove them. Okay, just decrease the amounts, and craft them and decrease the amount. That's it. Don't remove them. Once that whole for loop is done, then remove it. How do we remove it? We simply just run a for loop. Int I equal to 0, I less than bag items dot size I plus plus. Okay, so what happens is, when I use this, I'm saying decrease amount. So if the decrease amount is working, what it will do, it will decrease the number of items that we have. Let's say I have okay, I need 2 wood and 4 nails. In my bag I have 2 wood and 4 nails. Once this crafting is done, it will become 0 and 0. You understood? Once the crafting is done, I'm saying here decrease amount to some certain amount, right? So what happens, it will decrease to 0 0. Since I have 2 and 4, it will decrease to 0 0. Why it will decrease to 0 0? Because here I said minus equal to the amount. Whatever the amount that I give, minus it out. So let's say if I had like 4 wood, then 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 will be minus 2, or simply just 2. And 4 minus 4 is 0. Understood? This is how it works. So right now I only have 2 wood, so it will become 0. If it doesn't become 0, then fine. If it becomes 0, then remove it. This is what I'm saying here. I'm simply saying if bag items dot if bag items dot get index I dot get amount equal to 0, simply say bag items dot remove I. Remove that index, it's gone. Okay, now you'll see. I want to craft it. I only have 2 wood here. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it worked. I have a chair and 2 of this is gone. Nails are not gone. So let's see what is the problem there. How many nails do I have? I said item 2 4, item 3 this. Okay, remove I, decrease item. Once again, let's see. So I had 2 wood. 2 wood is gone, and I had 4 nails, 5 nails. 4 nails should be gone, so nails should be 1, but it is 4. And I have a chair. What if we do the second one? Let's try doing the second one. Okay, so there is a error in this. So it has been crafted. Did I do the same thing here? Wait. Oh, I forgot to do this. Yeah. So soda has been crafted. item 1, remove item 1 and remove item 4 3 and give item 5. Yeah, remove item 1 2 system out item 3 dot get name plus has been crafted. Okay, chair has been crafted. We have the chair. I'm still removing the items. Okay, what if I remove the sword? Sword has been crafted, and yeah, I lost one wood. Wood 1 is lost, and 3 iron bars are lost. That's working fine. This is working fine. What about the nails? Nails are not working fine. I only lost one nail. Why is that? I said 4 nails. Remove 4 nails. So remove amount. Decrease amount by 4. Dot get items. Decrease amount by 4. And if it is okay, I think I understood what's happening. So what's happening here is we removed that item and we are checking this again. Maybe that is the problem. Maybe this is the problem. Bag items dot get I dot get amount equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then remove I. Bag items, remove the slot. Since it is working fine, get item dot equals, there is some kind of error in this. Chair has been crafted. Okay, let's add more wood and see. Let's add some more wood and see. Okay, now I have 5 wood. I think 6 wood. Yeah, 6 wood, 5 nails and 3 bars. Now chair has been crafted. Oh, I lost 4. Already lost 4. And I only lost 1 nail. Why? How did I lost 4 of these? Remove item 1 2. Remove item 1 4. Item 2 4. Let's see this. Maybe this is the problem here. Selected s dot get item dot get name. Selected wood, item selected nails. Selected wood, item selected nails. That's fine. So why it is decreasing in the reverse order? 4 1. How is it going backwards? 4 1. Why is it not working properly? Why is it decreasing 4 and 1? Selected s dot decrease amount. S dot decrease amount. Maybe this is the problem. Oh, that was the problem. Okay, this was the problem, right? See, I had 6 wood. I need 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 is right. I had 5 nails. I need 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. So this is the problem. Achha. Okay, so in this case we just remove that. But if it is 0, then what? What if it is 0? Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's gone anyway. Okay, fine. It is gone anyway. So in that case, we can simply say less than equal to 0. If it is less than equal to 0, then remove it. Can I say that? Yeah, I can say that. So 2 wood and 4 nails gone. That's it. 1 chair. We have a chair. Let's make this menu in a separate function and call it every time like this. Private void show menu. Okay, now we can say show menu and show menu. I'm just showing you that how it works, but you can actually do this in a for loop. Okay, so show menu. First of all, I have 2 wood, 5 nails and 3 iron bar. So I can only craft either a chair or a sword. I can't craft both. So let's craft a chair first. So now we have a chair in the bag. And we have only 1 nail and 3 bars. We don't have wood. We don't have wood. We need a wood. We don't have wood. So if I want to craft a sword now, it will say insufficient items. You get it? So this is how we craft. What if I have sufficient wood? What if I have sufficient wood? Then what? Okay, I have 6 wood here, 5 nails and 3 bars. So let's craft a sword, or let's craft a chair first. So we have a chair and we have enough wood and nails, iron bar for the sword. So let's craft a sword as well. So there it is, chair 1, sword 1, and we still left with 3 wood and 1 nail. Done. That's it. So this is our crafting system. So now you can use this menu as a GUI. So you can use this menu as a GUI. You can design a GUI in Unity or Unreal, and you can like make images, put images like this. Let's say we have a menu here. Player will interact with the crafting menu and it will open up like this. There is a chair, there is a bench, and there is a bed, and each and every item will have the requirements like wood x2, nails x4 like this, and bench. For this we need wood x3 and nails x5 similar to this, and for bed we need wood x let's say 3 and nails x6, and also we need cloth x2. Okay, so whatever items you want to add, you have to add them like this, like a function, like a method. Just add this functionality if condition, if this exists and the amount exists and the second item also exists and the second item also amount exists, then craft it. Easy. Okay, so this is our crafting system. So this is how you can craft. The same thing you can also do for multiple items. For example, you said you want to craft a sword. Now you want to craft a necro sword. Let's say you want to craft a more powerful sword, like craft necro sword. Okay, for that you need a sword. So you have crafted here. Now you have to use this sword to craft this sword. So what you will do, simply just say my bag dot get item, sword is item 5, okay, not equal to null, and my bag dot get item, we need only one of that item 5 dot get amount greater than equal to 1. We just need only one item, and let's say my bag dot get item, let's give a soul orb, something like that, item 6 not equal to null, and my bag dot get item 6 dot get amount, okay, dot get amount greater than equal to, let's say, 5. So we need 5 soul orbs and 1 sword, then it is crafted, it can be crafted. So necro sword has been crafted. Or let's say we don't have this, we'll just say item 7 dot get name, has been crafted, else insufficient items. Okay, you can also use the same functionality just I used above. So my bag dot remove item 5, so if it exists it will be removed, 1, and my bag dot remove item 6 comma, we have added how many, 5, so we need 5 of that. So my bag dot add item, we'll say item 7, that's it. So this is how it is. If you have this sword, then you can craft this necro sword, easy. So now you use the first, you craft this, then you craft this. Okay, I can show you that. It will just take a few more things, but I can show you that. Item 6 and 7. So item 6 is actually what was that? Orbs, yeah, blood orbs. Item 6 is blood orbs, and item 7 is the necro sword. So let's say necro sword. Right, so this is our items. So let's add 10 of this item 6. 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so I have like okay, my mistake. Let's add item 6. 5 6, right? So now we have 7 blood orbs. Okay, no problem. So I have one more option here, which is case 3, craft necro sword break. Okay, just put this /n 3 necro sword. For this we need sword x1 and blood orbs x5. So there we have it. Once we click 3, since I didn't write the else part, we will just simply skip that. Let's write the else part. How to write the else part here? So else, just copy and paste this. Okay, so now we'll see. Once I click 3, you will say insufficient items. Okay, see, insufficient items, because I don't have sword. I don't have a sword here. So first of all, we craft a sword. So what do? We first craft a sword. So 2. Now I have a sword. Let's do it again. So first we craft a sword, 2. right? So here we have a sword. Now we craft 3. So this is has been crafted. Item selected, sword and blood orbs, and we have necrosword. So previously I crafted a sword, next I crafted a necrosword. Easy. So this is how we use crafting. So crafting is all about logics, how you execute the program, how you run the logics and everything. Okay, this is very easy, this is very simple. But this is like too much logic oriented. You have to understand the basics of array manipulations, array handling, a lot of things like when you are working with array list or linked lists, you will run into many exceptions. You have to know how to handle them, and this is why we make games. If you would directly work on a project, a big level project, and you try to do these kind of things in a project and you face into exceptions, you see a lot of exceptions in a project, you will get stressed out. Okay, so if you try to minimize the stress by making these kind of hobby projects and running these kind of exceptions, then you understand how to handle these exceptions very easily. Understand? So when you are making games, make sure that you try to use as much logic as possible. Try to be as much logical as possible. Okay, and as I said, this class is only for the stacks part. That means if you wanted this kind of stacks thing, then you use this class. If you are fine with the RuneScape kind of thing where you don't need this class, then it is fine. The concept is same, the code is same. We just have to like use a separate counter for that. If you are not stacking them, you have to use a counter for them. That part will be different. That part will be little bit different, but it is almost the logic is almost similar. Okay, so I hope you learned something new. Thanks for watching.